Greetings, everyone. Happy Thursday, September the 5th. I want to take a moment out of my morning in between working and all the other stuff that I do to talk to the parents, the children, the communities about the acts of yesterday perpetrated by a boy that will be charged as an adult that had been on the FBI watch list, that had been a source of threats to harm, and his desire made known of him wanting to uh, be the point person for a mass shooting. I often hear from parents saying, I don't understand why children have anxiety and why they're nervous and why they're afraid. But they're nervous and afraid because they're having to live in a state of hypervigilance of protection. They're having to operate and be tested in spaces of having to do drills to prepare for mass shootings. We never had to do that. Our biggest threats was who was going to get the fighting off the bus, who was going to jump whom. But it was never a concern about will I make it home today. Teachers should not have to have a fear of are they going to return home. Parents shouldn't have to have a fear of will my child return home. These are traumatic events, and I encourage everyone from the community as a whole to the individuals to extended family and friends get into either group trauma therapy or individual trauma therapy. You've got to process that trauma out. We know in this country there is not going to be anytime soon a high changeover of people getting rid of those automatic assault weapons. People aren't going to change and take accountability for their child having access to weapons that would create any type of harm to others. People aren't making their children talk, or not making, but encouraging their children to talk about their fears because you shush them away and buy them more stuff and get them more technology, or you just plain out ignore them. It is unfair to our children, our society, our individuality to have to walk in a place of fear and overwhelming concern about the safety and the magnitude of the life of our children. We hear people saying pro life, pro life, pro life, but your population continues to take life because of the irresponsibility of the adults in those lives. I heard a TikTok poster that stated, "No one's asking where was his mama. No one's asking how did he get access to the guns. No one's asking why the FBI had not done any more than put him on a watch list. No one said anything when this child changed school districts because of his online threats of a school shooting. Why aren't we asking those questions? Why aren't we going in and taking the guns from the parent? They went into that child's home yesterday and they still had AR assault rifles available. They still had other guns available. Why is nobody asking those questions? But as a mental health trauma specialist, I want to talk to you and encourage you to get your children and yourself into some form of trauma supported therapy to help you all really process what's going on so that you can be the best support, not only for yourself, but for your children. Our babies need it. Our babies need our support. They need the love. They need to care. Because here's what we know: America really don't care. Because if they did, they put laws in place to stop this from happening. I hope that you all can breathe through this day and find some peace in the process. And to those families that have had to experience the pain of loss, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. There is no words that grief can overshadow or run through that makes you feel better in this morning and in this moment. I'm just so sorry.